Welcome to Podbags. If you describe something as indescribable, haven't you already described it?
My God.
Here's the thing. I'm an enjoyer of I can't think of his name. Cthulhu guy. I keep wanting to say Tolkien. It's not.
Yeah. Why did you make me love?
And I almost said Geiger. Lovecraft.
Okay. Yeah.
H.P. Lovecraft.
Nice.
Here's the thing. He is a great writer in a lot
Hate
of
his
respects.
printers, love his writing.
There you
But
go.
that's what HP stands for.
Hating the printers.
Hate printers.
Here's the
whole
thing.
time.
Okay.
Great writer, love his stuff, but I will admit he's kind of like Stephen King, where he just doesn't know how to end his story. So he goes, "It's a cosmic horror. It's indescribable. Look at it. It's really scary." And you go, "Oh, okay." Where like that's like every H.P. Lovecraft story, you're like, "This is so cool," and then it gets to the end, and it goes, "And then a scary thing. It's so scary looking." And it's really scary, and I can't even tell you what it looks like. And you go, "Oh, really?"
Maybe he's going down from the drugs at that point. You just can't describe things
yeah, he's in
anymore.
World War I. He's probably on
All
opiates.
the drugs. Yeah.
100%.
All the drugs. Yeah.
That's why he's like, "I'm seeing squid men get out of the ocean." And it's like, I think you're just very high.
You are extremely high. Is what's happening, I believe.
Right.
Well,
I'm your host, Dave.
hi, Dave.
Hi. And I'm joined by Brom
Hello.
and Danger.
Bonjour.
Hi.
I'm
That's
Danger.
like you're from Louisiana.
That's right.
French and Southern.
Ah.
French and Southern.
French Canadian, I am not. That's true.
That's French and Northern.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
That would be-
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to our
Bonjour.
almost said geology.
Right. Our
You're all welcome.
etymology and geographicology and
Ooh, geographology. I did really good in that class. That was spelling, right?
yeah.
Yeah, no, I got bad marks.
That's okay. We don't need good marks for this.
Good. Thank goodness.
That's why we're successful.
Especially penmanship, which is completely obsolete at this point. Big
Exactly. You don't. Yeah.
Love it.
You can just type stuff out.
Thank goodness.
So that works.
All right.
So, if you
What do we
haven't
do?
listened to here before, we're just going to kind of talk about some random stories that happened in the news this week. A little bit of commentary on that. Hopefully you appreciate that.
And if you don't,
But in the nicest way possible.
But completely nice.
Yes.
maybe like
to
biting
whom
your
it may
lip.
concern.
Yeah. Like with consent.
That's right.
Biting your lip.
Okay. That's pretty good. Very polite.
Now that you're all very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Now you know how this kind of shakes loose.
Right.
This is how we do.
Now
That's
you know
right.
how we feel.
That's right.
We're
Now,
also uncomfortable.
Welcome to the discomfort. Here
Just
we are.
awkward and uncomfortable
Oh,
for
it's
the whole
great.
time. So here's this is actually would play well into this. What band would you be embarrassed to admit you listen to?
Listen to.
I mean, we're all musicians, so we listen to a lot of different stuff.
It's true.
And I'm sure most of it you're like, yeah, whatever, I'll admit it, I don't care. But
Embarrassed?
Yeah, I was going to say, is there one? Because it might be tough for us. Because I think we're pretty open with each other about, I'll listen to this. What I know is probably garbage to other people, but I love it.
Yeah, I have my list is really, really messed up.
So
on
maybe,
Spotify.
I guess I would say, maybe think of what should you be embarrassed by, maybe?
That's fair. I'm going to take
Instead
a quick
of what
glance.
you actually feel like you're embarrassed.
I feel like
Everybody's got their phone out.
I want
check.
to take a good look at my Spotify stuff because I feel. Are we allowed to say Spotify at my Gary's?
Well, we're on Spotify
that's
as
fair.
a podcast,
Well,
so
there you go.
hopefully
it's
we
a
can say
billion-dollar
it.
corporation. It's like,
Yes.
what? We're not going to say Walmart now?
I don't know, man.
Hey, here, look. Here's my thing: is that embarrassment implies that I
give
have
a shit.
Yeah, that I have shame or like any of that or dignity,
And false on
and
two
I do
strikes.
not.
Yep. None.
So I'll probably have
404.
I'll probably have no answer. I don't think.
I think I'm going to go first. I never go first, so I'll go first.
Oh, I love it.
And it's not necessarily an embarrassing band necessarily, but yet I feel a little embarrassed by it. But the band Keen,
I don't even know what that is.
they were from
Me
about 10,
neither.
15 years ago.
Okay.
And I know they're still together, but they kind of hit popularity. If you remember that movie, there was the weird Sandra Bullock movie where like she puts mail in the mailbox
With
and, like,
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, and
The
then
lake
like the
house?
lake house or whatever.
Yeah.
So see, you should be embarrassed because you know the name of the movie.
Son of a bitch.
I think they did a lot of the soundtrack. So it was, it's very kind of rom-commy. It literally is drums, piano, and vocals. I don't think there's another person. I think it's just the three of them. So it's kind of cheesy, lovey, very, kind of, but the guy does have an incredible voice.
Well, fair enough.
Really I think the control that he has in his voice and everything, I'm like, damn, this dude can sing.
That's like, here's the thing, is that certain stuff that feels cheesy, but then I'm like, I don't know if I'm that embarrassed. Where it's like, even though it's the most generic, like the exact same type of thing you're talking about, where it's like, some people could argue like certain Counting Crows songs where you're like, oh, it's like so rom-commy.
Right.
But like, or what's that stupid Delamitri song? And you look around your world, baby. But here's the thing, it's cheesy. That's a good ass song.
That was Family Guy used that.
Yeah.
Remember for the.
Oh, all these ants are ruining our picnic. You mean this picnic is ruining our ants? When you look up,
Exactly.
That's Renee Zellweger as an ant eater. No,
that is
song's just
always what
good.
that song reminds me of. But you're right.
It's
It is
hilarious.
a well-written pop song.
Yeah.
It is.
So there's stuff like that where I'm like, well, now people are turning the other way on it. But here's what I'll say is that, like, you gotta admit, well, Nickelback is one of them where I'm like,
Right.
Is it highbrow? No. But what I can admit is they are good songwriters, and a few of them are funny and like kind of, like Rockstar's hilarious.
I'll give them what they did worked.
Right.
I'll give them that.
But
and now Creed.
To me, that's the thing, though. See, you are justifying why you like these bands, so that gives me a little bit of that color where you're not necessarily embarrassed, but you're like,
I can see why you should be. Yes.
It demands some sort of a
there is
argument.
a little bit of embarrassment there where you're like,
That's fair.
I get it.
Yeah.
fair.
No. That's my
You
justification.
said Creed.
Creed is getting popular again, legitimately. People,
What?
kids my age now, they're
Seriously?
going like, you know what? Because it's divorced dad rock. That's what they call it. Where it's like all of that. Yes, like
It's the opposite of Keen, where Keen's like, oh, I really love my partner and everything's great, and now
Yeah.
Creed's like, oh, this
it's like
bastard. I live in an apartment by myself.
Creed and Hinder,
Yeah.
Everlast, or what is it? Everclear.
Those are both things.
Everlast
Fastball.
is like a punching bag.
True, but that
Well,
they did
yes.
the.
Isn't
Was that a
Everlast
band?
like the
You
dude
might
with like
know
the,
what it's like to
Was
sing, bro.
There's like a
Everlast, yes.
Seether. Is that in that?
Oh, that's a rough one.
yeah. Or what's the dude from Bush? Gavin something.
Yeah,
no, something.
Scott, Gavin Rysdale.
No, yeah, something like that.
Gavin Scott.
Yes, that is
Gavin
all.
Rysdale.
That's all divorced dad rock. But Creed is coming back.
Divorced
People are
dad
getting
rock.
obsessed with what is it? Higher now.
Oh
It's just a bunch of videos of them just
my
like,
gosh.
can you take me?
So is it like Tiki
higher?"
Taki? Is that what's happening? With
Yeah,
the-
they
is that
love
what's
it.
Okay.
I feel like slightly part of it is that's the divorced dad rock thing, but also people are making like Skate 3 compilations where they made their characters look like Jesus.
He was so good.
They made their characters look like Jesus, and then he can fly through the air and he's doing a cross pose midair, and then it's just like, yes, yeah, and it's him like skating, and you see a big ass hill, and he's just like, can we go there? Can we scale? Can we go there? Nothing sad. And then he flies. Can you take me? And it is kind of now people are loving Creed again. I see people commenting about what is it? Creed's halftime show and stuff.
Oh, geez.
They're back.
Wow.
Well, I think it was just like a week ago, somebody, when we were playing a gig, we're musicians, a person I remember did come up and ask, like, you guys know any Creed? And I was like,
Like,
not in front of our friends, we don't.
yeah, not well enough.
I had the My Own Prison record when I was a kid. I was like, all right, cool, this is rad.
Was that the one where it's like his face like on the tree or whatever?
I think so, because the next one was Human Clay, and I was like, I'm probably all set.
Look, I got my
good,
fill.
thanks.
I'm good. And I think that was the one with Higher on it.
Couldn't
Was the next
possibly
one.
have any more.
okay.
Was the next one? It was either that or they had another hit that.
There were like 3, I think.
Yeah. But that I owned that one, and I also at that time owned a Kid Rock record.
Wow.
Yes, I did.
Was that was American Badass time?
No, it was before that. It was what I assume is the first one.
Oh,
I think
there's
he's
one
just
where it's
flipping
like.
you off, right?
Here's what I'll say is that's one of those where I'm like,
Rebel without a cause, Rebel from Hell.
I would say you should be embarrassed to listen to Kid Rock maybe now, but that's the thing is like I don't think it's embarrassment because anybody who here's the thing, I know that's a little rude to say, if you listen to Kid Rock unapologetically now, I don't think you care what us libtards think.
I think you automatically vote for Trump.
Yeah, I think you automatically
They're like, oh no, he's good.
Yeah.
They clock you at the gate.
With Arms Wide Open.
Thank you.
Which is, to me, the same song in my head.
Yeah,
I can't
all of them.
differentiate
I thought that
them.
was... No. I thought that was... oh, wait. No, what's
Human Clay has With Arms Wide Open and
With
Higher.
Arms Wide Open.
Yeah.
They're both on that one.
What song am I
My
thinking
Own
of?
Prison. That was the one you
That's
said,
the one
right?
I had.
Oh, no, I was mixed up with Stained.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, that's fair.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
You like all those bands that took off letters? You remember Trapped? T-R-A-P-T? Headstrong? That makes me think of MX Unleashed.
That dude is still talking shit at this age.
Trapped?
The dude from Trapped. Yeah,
What?
he is like insane on what used to be the Twitter.
We should have had a story about that. That's
Dude,
so
it
weird.
was-
He only had the one song.
He was going.
And they were like
And
terrible
he's
Papa
like coming
Roach.
out with new music, and he's like, this shit slaps. And it most definitely did not slap.
Especially now that he's like
He's
39
got-
or whatever,
I
or
mean-
40. Yeah, where you're like, nah.
I'm like top end of the 30s, man. So you know he's hitting the 5 soon. Like, come on now.
Yeah, where you're just like, no, man.
I will say I found a lot of Manson in my liked list, which I think I probably should be embarrassed about because I guess there's like the allegations that he
But
was
that's
kind of
different.
shit.
That's like, yeah, but that's like
So
Bowie or like any of those where it's like, or like Iggy Pop.
People talk shit about Bowie.
Because he had sex with that 15-year-old.
Wow.
I don't condone it. So did Jimmy Page. So did Iggy Pop. I don't think it's cool, but like,
I don't know.
It's one of those where it's like, it's technically separate art because Marilyn Manson's music is cool.
I'm a fan.
It's rad.
This
But
is-
he did some.
This is
he
one
did
of
some
these
messed up stuff.
funny, sad moments.
Yeah.
When you say that 15-year-old, I picture like the same 15-year-old seducing all of those
All of
rock
them.
stars.
Every
It
single one.
was.
It was a great year.
Just that one 15-year-old
Yes.
just
One
slept,
year, too.
like Mick
Yes.
Jagger
You only
and like
have one
David
year.
Bowie.
Yes.
and
That would
Jimmy
be a challenge.
Page, and then
No,
went back in
legitimate.
time and
Dude,
Elvis.
She
No.
did. Yes, she was a young Latina girl. Yes,
Dude, f- off.
her and her friend. She's literally famous. Yeah.
What?
Jimmy Page, David Bowie, I think Iggy Pop. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the sweet spot like year wise to like get all of them in like because
Right.
you only get 1 year because you're
Good
15.
question. I think she was moving fast.
That's what I'm saying. Dang. That's
Let
a
me
lot.
find
Was
her
it-
name.
Oh, I
She was
found
literally famous.
I found
No.
Bloodhound Gang on there too, which is that's
I'm
a
sure
callback.
she's famous, but I have no clue.
Well, because that's good.
absolutely.
You
Right.
should not.
Yeah, like I don't know.
I do not have her number.
That's
turns
why
out.
to me it was funny where I'm like I'm picturing the same girl.
Yeah, Laurie
and
Maddox
No idea.
Still, yeah.
lost her virginity to Bowie at the age of 15. Yeah.
Okay.
Way to go.
I mean, yeah,
Hey man,
yeah,
It
Yeah,
was a
former
different
child model.
Okay.
that's not a great start.
Yeah, I was gonna say this isn't
Life as a groupie. Here we go. You ready for this?
Oh, yes,
Jimmy
I-
Page, David Bowie, Mick Jagger, Jeff Beck, Ronnie Wood,
Oh my.
T-Rex's Mickey Finn, Angela Bowie, Keith Emerson, Carl Palmer, and Jimmy Bain.
David's sister? Is that who Angela Bowie is?
I don't know.
I'm like, kind of went.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is you
turned
made the
left
joke
there for a bit.
No. She's real.
That's
It's messed up.
wild. I did not know that.
This
I
should
hope
be-
everyone has learned something.
This
with
should be
us.
part of
I'm
our
glad
upcoming
that it was-
podcast, Gig Leagues.
I'm glad
Yes.
that it was a joke in my head. I liked it better that way.
I
Yeah.
agree. I wish
don't
it
know
wasn't
why
real.
though. I guess maybe it's better that it's one instead
know.
of me wishing it was like
And
six different
and
15-year-olds,
yeah.
which feels kind of
That's-
gross
I
too.
guess so, but at the same rate, when you were saying all the list, like in my brain, that 15-year-old was definitely a dude that they all were banging. I 100% would have believed that it was a guy. I had nowhere in my body was I like, that's a 15-year-old girl. Nope. I was like, that's a
It was
15-year-old kid.
an outrageous time to say the least. It's not as weird as
guess.
Steven Tyler. I think it was 15 or 16-year-old, and then he
Yeah.
got his parents' permission to like take her away and like
Wow.
marry her or
Adopt
whatever.
her or something weird
Something-
like
yeah,
that.
he
even.
kinda-
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was.
Nah,
it was.
really. It's
that,
very
I know.
weird.
Weird situation.
Didn't Billy Joel do that
Well-
too? That's so sad.
Wow.
Billy Joel's still rad, but like that is really weird that he like Woody Allen.
Yeah, am I
his-
supposed to be embarrassed if I have some of him on there now?
Here's what I'll say:
I actually
musicians, they do not good things. They're still people,
True.
which means they still do dumb shit.
They definitely do that.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to like make this embarrassed
oops.
listening so depressing, but
No, but the Bloodhound Gang showed up on my liked, and I was like, yeah, that's fair. I was in high school.
But that's one that I don't think people would even remember, really.
No? Okay. I wasn't sure if that was embarrassing. Because I thought that was funny as heck.
Whoa, watch your language.
It was funny as heck. I don't mind saying
easy there, guy.
It's definitely funny as heck.
I think it's definitely one of those from a certain time, because I remember trying to watch it, and I was like, this isn't particularly good. It's not very clever, and it's not that well written. I was just like, okay.
Which was the way at the time.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's the same time as what's the other one? Prodigy, Smack My Bitch Up, and all the stuff like that.
Don't talk shit about Prodigy.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
They're in there too, I guarantee.
Morally questionable, but that is a good song.
That's true.
And a cool music video.
Firestarter. Oh yeah, Twisty Twist.
Yeah,
that's great.
Maybe that's where I could be maybe slightly embarrassed, but I don't really think I am. Like, I'll listen to like weird Euro pop, like, unapologetically. Days Go By Vegas. I love that song.
Best.
Dude, the music video is so rad.
The best.
That one's rad. Or I'll listen to like Blue by Eiffel 65 unapologetically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that I know.
Yeah. So listen up, here's a story about.
Yep, no, I was right. Are those words?
No. Okay. I think they're like some like random Eastern European, I think.
Oh.
They're like Italian or the Greek or something like that, and they didn't really know English.
So there is depth to
It's funny that we're getting so into music. Well, I mean, we're all musicians. I don't know. If you're a new listener, we are all musicians, so you can see why I've gone on this tangentially.
Yeah.
But it's very weirdly similar to I Want It That Way. You know, like classic song. They talk about it.
And the lyrics.
The singer-songwriter was Swedish.
Yeah.
And so he didn't really know English that well, so he just wrote what he thought meant stuff.
Love it.
And if you look at it, you're like, what? But then on that same album, they pretty much rewrote the whole, like, the music is all the same, but they just wrote it with lyrics that make sense. Not a hit at all. It's not nearly as good.
No.
The lyrics are hilarious and perfect. Like, they don't make any sense.
Super contradictory, like line by line contradictory.
Oh, and it's perfect. They nailed it. He nailed it. He got the right feeling.
Oh,
Tell me why.
He did it. He did.
Ain't nothing but a bad thing, but he still wants it that way.
He does.
Makes no sense.
He does.
But that's
called being human.
That's called being. Oh wait,
Swedish.
Wrong band.
And not to mention,
I almost said In Sync, but that's Backstreet Boys.
And not to mention, I never want to hear you say, "I want it that way," and I'm like, wait,
but
what?
It doesn't matter. It just feels right.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, there you go.
A feeling.
That's our long-winded
bands to be embarrassed about, but not really.
But not many, really. And also some musicians have done unscrupulous things.
It's true.
Yeah, I try not to think about that.
Dude, the Nobodies was just a good song. I don't know what to tell you. That was a sick-ass song. He's dressed as a tree in the video. It was crazy. It may or may not slap. But I'll tell you what. Trapped. Don't slapped.
Ooh, SLAPT.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Come at me, bro.
He's headstrong. You better watch out. Headstrong to take you on.
Okay.
Are you guys about to have an X fight?
Oh, we should. Yeah. And this is a time where people are like challenging each other to like cage fights and stuff. Like mostly billionaires, but
right.
I want to see him fight. What is it? That dude from Power Man 5000. Or the dude from Static X. I'm
pretty sure he's dead.
His goatee's too powerful.
Yeah, like Wayne Static.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. But to see him fight, I'm pretty sure that's a felony. But anyhow, I don't even know what the dude from Power Man 5000 looks like, but I'm still excited because he sounds big.
No, not at all.
He's not.
All those new metal guys were like really scrawny. He's built similar to Static X guy. It looks like there could be like. It looks like, they could, like, fight, like, the Power Rangers. They're, like, the two bullies where it's, like, one with huge hair from Static X, and then, Power Man 5000.
I mean, Power Man 5000 does sound like a Power Ranger villain.
It does.
I'm Power Man 5000! I will destroy you, Rangers!
He's the anti-Power Ranger.
And then Rita from nowhere, grow! Grows all day. No, that was, there was a moment in time when I was definitely watching every single episode of those. Okay, I wasn't expecting Billy Idol.
Oh yeah, right, exactly.
Wow.
It's just Billy Idol.
Good call. You're right.
I wasn't expecting that.
Hey, little sister, on the barn.
This is what it's like when we're
It'd be like Red Wedding.
Are you ready
Whoa,
to
Game of Thrones.
Well, and White Wedding.
Nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a double.
Nice.
It's double.
I was say it works on
We're
many
just
levels.
layering jokes.
It's
We're like good nachos.
Like a parfait.
It's,
like a parfait. Nobody ever said anything more like no parfait.
it's convoluted.
But interesting. That's good. We should split that up more often. That was
I like
nice.
it. That worked out.
That's
okay.
a good idea. Yeah.
Worked out okay.
All right, on
20
to the
minutes,
news.
20 minutes in. Yeah.
This just in. Funny enough, this is like 2 weeks ago, but still.
Do you think that Morse code means something?
When it goes like intro to every news thing.
Oh, like specifically? I don't know.
I always just thought it was like
Sorry.
a mini version of a Protest the Hero song.
It's the type, teletype. That's what that sound is. It's not Morse code. It's the
like
sound of a
teleprompter?
teletype. No, teletype.
Teletype, the TTL. It's like a.
It's an old school fax machine.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
weird because you like have to. I used to work in a call center, and you used to have to talk to the operator that is operating the thing,
the teletype.
and they would always tell you stuff like, "Don't talk to me." Talking to them, just talk
Right.
to them directly through me,
and then,
yes,
because
they
it'll
will
get confusing.
translate.
Because it was
It's teletype. Yeah. And then that's where
Welcome
you got your old stories.
to Uncle Corner.
You got to watch Good Morning Vietnam. He uses the teletype because that's how they got they have those machines, and that's how he would read the news. And then he got yelled at for not reading
It's been a while.
the correct news.
It's like a proto fax machine.
That's what I said. Yeah,
okay.
it really is. It's kind of like that, but it's for news organizations back in the 40s,
Interesting.
50s, and stuff.
So that it's simulating that they're reading it as it's beeping.
I think
in.
so,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, okay. I get
Cool.
it.
yeah.
Well, there you go.
Did you meow in the middle of that?
Yeah, meow. Am I saying meow?
Someone get me a milk.
So this was 2 weeks ago, and luckily the story has been resolved. Otherwise, it would be more tragic. 2 intoxicated U.S. tourists got trapped overnight in the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
That would be a great... Oh, Home Alone 19.
That's awesome.
It's current Macaulay Culkin hammered with his girlfriend or
I
something.
would watch
With
it.
his wife, because his
I'd
wife is
watch
also
it.
an actress.
Right. There you
She was
go.
from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
I would have watched it.
And
Anyway,
Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior.
wouldn't matter. I'd watch it.
So I appreciate. I don't know the difference in how in the United States in the English and how we describe things. This is from the Paris prosecutor's office, and I like how they kind of don't pull any punches.
Sweet.
Their statement was that these 2 men got trapped, and then quote allegedly trapped there due to their excessive alcohol consumption. End quote.
Yes.
Or of course in the in the U.S. we try to be a little more subtle. We don't
Yeah.
want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
And
Which
we'd
is
be
like,
oh.
nah.
Under the influence of
Screw them.
But yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
He was just like, like they were just drunk.
They were
assholes.
hammered.
No, they were hammered.
Yeah.
They were hammered.
Yeah. So they were found obviously sleeping on Monday morning. It was a Sunday night, and then Monday morning
Like
the
they didn't
security.
even party. Like that's hilarious.
Well, they probably did.
They
Then they were
probably
like
just passed
exhausted.
out.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're doing their Monday mornings, check, and they're like, oh, there's people still here.
Passed out.
Yeah. So they were removed and handed over to the police. They will press charges, it says, for intrusion. But the men presented no threat.
Well, I mean,
Okay, so
Yeah.
it sounds like they got in there somewhat legally.
Right. I think they did.
while
They
it
had
was
tickets
open.
like for Sunday night.
Right,
And basically
stayed.
were just so drunk, didn't realize,
Yeah.
and somehow, just got overlooked.
I wonder where they hid or fell behind some stuff where the
they
security
might have
guards
just been in
like,
the bathroom or
"That's
something
fine."
random.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll be real, not to sound stupid. I didn't even know the Eiffel Tower,
Closed.
I thought it was
like
just
a-
like one of those
yeah.
where they'll put on the lights and then they're like, well, it's just nighttime. So
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower is here.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Apparently it has hours.
Oh, that's how odd.
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
I didn't either.
Now
so.
we know.
Was that a National Monument thing? Can you not look at Mount Rushmore between the hours of
No,
light?
that's kind of true though.
Just
But
like
you
a big
couldn't.
curtain comes
Just
down or
put down.
something. I don't
It's
know.
a green screen.
They turn around.
That's 180
the back of their
degrees.
heads.
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know they could do that. I guess that makes sense. To other monuments, you can't just go in them.
I guess
Well, Mount
not, right?
Rushmore-
Like Liberty Island, you can't just swim to.
No, well
hang
you
out.
could, but I don't think you
Well,
should.
Probably not a good idea.
Mount Rushmore, if you could go in there, it'd be like another Macaulay Culkin movie. What was that?
I say we hire him for
Richie
everything.
Rich.
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
Remember his family lived in the.
I do remember that. Slicker than snot on a doorknob. I remember that line from that film.
This is
so
true
much.
Uncle Corner. We're really we're pulling no punches. We're going full.
Great
We're
stuff.
Remember that?
I straight up forgot that was Macaulay.
remember when he saw the movie. And
I forgot that was Macaulay Culkin. Seriously, until you just said it.
He was a perfect cast for that, though, because he
100%.
looked almost exactly like the cartoon.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I got so hung up on the Home Alone thing that I was like, that was
he
the
was in
character.
a lot of those films.
Yeah.
Wasn't he also the kid in one of those Adam Sandler movies? I know that
God.
Jake Lloyd was the kid in was it Billy No, what's the one where he's the dad?
Big Daddy.
Yeah, Jake Lloyd, the kid who plays young Anakin from episode 1, is the kid in which is very interesting. I kind of like to
Scuba
think that
Steve and Frankenstein.
I like to
Yeah,
think that before
Julian.
Qui-Gon
Julian,
feel like
Frankenstein.
Julian.
before Qui-Gon took him under his wing, he got dangled with Adam Sandler.
Pre Qui-Gon. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
No, this is part reason.
Why does it sound like Mr. Hanky?
Well, it's, yeah.
We don't talk about that.
pod racing. I gotta stop some boba.
The pod that's full of just two giant shits.
Poop racing.
That double-headed dude is just like,
Racing.
oh, pichibi no pita. Look at that.
So that was that. Just, like I said,
Getting
it resolved.
hammered, hanging out in the
Hanging
Eiffel
out.
Tower.
You know, what'd you guys do this weekend? Yeah.
It wasn't even the weekend. It was just Sunday.
That's fair.
It's not even like the rest of the weekend could have been lame. We slept on Eiffel Tower.
That was our
Oh.
finale. What'd you guys do before that? I think we played Call of Duty for like 18 hours. It was fun. It was cool.
Ate some French bread pizza.
Oh!
It's the only type of pizza they got here.
France jokes. It's fantastic.
It's not even French.
They're fantastic.
It's not even. They don't even call it French bread there. It's just bread.
Baguette pizza.
And French kiss. It's just kissing.
Just smooching.
It just includes the tongue.
It does.
Would you like to kiss your grandma?
No.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
But I will take some bread.
I'll take some bread.
Oh, very nice.
Pizza bread, if you don't mind.
All right. I've got a couple of crimes coming up. I mean, these really could both be
You probably
kind
shouldn't talk about them before.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This is what we
Self-incriminating.
do.
Oh, okay.
You brag.
Anything,
okay.
anything you say will and can be used against you in court of law.
That's fine. Good.
I can't wait.
I'm bragging.
Your lawyer is sweating bullets right now. What? No, please.
These are crime-ish stories. It could be in the, maybe don't do that.
Okay. Do you want me to?
Maybe don't.
White Sox shooting happened after woman snuck gun in via belly fat.
Oh,
I
it's
accidentally read that one.
It's great.
Yeah.
How could you not talk about this?
Yeah.
it's
I
a sad,
loved it.
it's sad context because, obviously, it's messed up to bring a gun to a game like that.
Baseball game.
But it is hilarious.
Yeah, and I read that it was an accidental discharge, which is very
For
funny
some
to
reason,
say.
yeah, I was gonna say it's
my
funnier to
God.
hear you say it.
And also funny to think, then what did you expect to happen?
Maybe she forgot it was there.
Maybe she didn't even know it was there.
Pizza, the
It's-
other one. She was like,
Oh, cool.
I reached for the wrong
It's like a
one.
grocery bag where different things are sticking.
It's like an assault rifle, a baguette.
Assault rifle and a baguette.
Yes, they belong together. Maybe her stomach was gaining sentience.
Oh no.
Her body brought the gun while she was sleeping.
The stomach.
It's like basket. Yeah, it's like basket case. It's trying to separate
wow.
and escape.
Right.
That's brutal.
So, see, that's good. That's what I'm saying. It was such a good
Can you
story.
imagine the gun going off and then everybody's looking around? She's surprised too, and then they look where the smoke is, and they're just like, it's just coming from her stomach. They're like, wait a minute,
They're all putting one and one together.
one and one together. Yeah.
Hold on now.
Yep. I mean, we pretty much got it. It was an accidental discharge by one of the women grazed by the bullet. This woman snuck in her gun past metal detectors by hiding it in the folds of her belly fat.
Whoa, that's not. This is kind of scary though. That means that fat terrorists could sneak other things in.
I'm thinking that they went with underwire. They went with the underwire theory. Oh no, that's just my bra.
So you think it? Yeah. set it
No,
off,
that's true.
but-
And if you see her, you're like, we don't need to see anymore.
Yeah,
Just
they're like-
go in.
We're It's fine.
So this is way worse. Now when you go to White Sox games, you're going to have to like truffle shuffle every time you go in.
You have to shake it loose.
Do the truffle shuffle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shake your tits. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You got to truffle shuffle every time now.
Oh my
Fantastic.
god.
Gun better not fall out of there.
If there's going to be a truffle shuffle law that goes into place
Oh
from this
my god.
lady.
The chunk doctrine.
Oh, that's so much better than anything I was trying to come up with.
Oh man. Crazy.
Well,
So gun went off. Did it just graze the lady who brought it?
So
it was a different lady.
A 42-year-old woman sustained a gunshot wound to the leg, and a 26-year-old woman got a graze wound to her abdomen. Might be the 26-year-old that had the gun hiding in her belly.
Yeah, if the next person was shot in the leg, it makes
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It grazed as
Yeah,
it shot and then hit the person.
Yeah, maybe don't do that. I'm not
Right.
even going to do a voice.
I don't think that has to be a maybe.
Maybe
Don't
probably,
do that.
Yeah, generally don't do that.
But
Please don't do that.
I mean, this just happened, for us, it was 2 days ago. So
Oh wow.
Yeah.
we may get more information,
Yeah.
as events unfold.
Nice. Get the story rolling. Okay.
I don't think I can stomach any more of these jokes.
Obese.
Thank you. I was just going to say she's fat. Thank you. Very well done.
So yeah, anyways,
357. That's her BMI. That's her weight.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
357. Is that the gun you carry, or is that your weight?
Sure ain't a 22.
Oh no.
That's not nice. But
Yeah.
don't do that. I wouldn't be like shaming you if you didn't do dumb shit like that.
Right.
That's what I'm going to justify.
Here's what
it
I'll
with.
say though. Much like most science, I appreciate that we know now. I didn't
Yeah.
know you could just like sneak a gun underneath your fat like that.
No.
Now we know.
That was not something that I had assumed was something you
But
could
she
do.
did it. So
Yeah.
if this is the
By
first
God.
crime, I'm fascinated in what else you have.
Can't wait.
Well, it's Chicago again. Because Chicago, just the city that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
We've got people
bullets.
sneaking guns into baseball.
Keep giving bullets.
And then we have this Chicago TV news crew who was doing a report on a string of robberies and got robbed
Whoa.
during the report.
5 very large stars.
Oh, it's so great.
It's perfect. Was it like a live?
So this Spanish language station, Univision Chicago, was doing a report, and they had a reporter and a photographer. They were filming just before 5 a.m. This was a couple days ago, on a Monday morning in Chicago's West Town. And 3 masked men brandishing firearms came up and robbed them, taking their television camera and other items.
Can you imagine then they're in the car and they're doing the report?
That's what I'm wondering.
Telemundo Beglero.
What's funny is they'll just go to, hey, yo, so this is James with CBS. Here we are in the car. We just...
We just
Well, no,
stole.
Spanish station's supposed to be Bandito El
But they stole
Beglero.
from the Spanish station.
That's
what
true.
I was
Switch
going
it,
for,
So it could have
yeah.
been, you don't know.
All the Spanish people watching it, they're just confused now.
What?
Right.
I was thinking more like,
¿por qué?
where do you take, what kind of a fucking backwoods pawn shop do you take a giant TV camera to and
That
be like,
has the
no,
name
that's
on
my
it.
that's my dad's.
It says like TV6 Univision. You're like, they didn't want it. You're like,
I don't believe you.
Right. There's like still like someone on a walkie going, hey, Pedro, are you still there?
Is everything all right?
Can you, yeah.
we'd like our camera back. Thank you.
Yep. So they were approached with guns and rod. It was apparently personal
Dang.
items that they took and the camera. They were filming about robberies, and it was supposed to run on the morning news. That's why they were out there at 5 in the morning.
Dang, that's a weird time to get like jacked. Like that's
See, though, bars are open till 5 in Chicago.
that's a mistake.
Not every night, but I know like on Saturday, that's how it was.
And I think it might just be like,
Which is great, but not great.
it might be like the weird perfect in between for robbing. Because like if you think like robbery, you think like either like afternoon broad daylight, not a great idea.
Or like the 3 a.m.
Yeah, like at night, like midnight or whatever. But it's like those are the times where, like, yeah, if you drive
Not
around, that's
5.
when the most cops are out. Yeah, 5 a.m. You're like, I don't know if I've seen a cop ever driving around at 5 a.m. or like even 7 a.m. Like barely.
No. So maybe it's just genius.
Well,
I mean, it was effective.
They were obviously, the news crew was outside, like on the street. They're doing their thing, and then a gray sedan and a black SUV pulled up, and the three men jumped out.
It was pre-planned. There's 2 cars.
Yeah.
Man. Wow.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
and
see,
it sucks
I didn't even think about it from like the victim's point of view. I'm such a shit. Like I was thinking about it from the criminal's point of view. I was like, who sits there and is like, "Hey man, I got this idea.
Been casing them.
We're gonna take the camera. It's gonna be hilarious."
While they're shooting a remote, you already know that that's so annoying. When you gotta go shoot a remote and you're like, at 5 a.m. too, you're like,
not a good. Yeah.
So this article at least mentions this is the second one this month in Chicago.
the second news reporter robbing.
Yep, WLS TV photographer was assaulted and robbed about 3 weeks ago, and they were preparing to cover a weekday afternoon news conference. And
you know what I would do? I would check Twitch for like insane quality streamers.
Yeah, that's true.
I bet.
Or weird recording gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
That's where I would go.
Like the Telemundo microphone.
Sábado Gigante.
Subscribe.
It's got a bloody hand still on.
Oh, wow. It's intense.
Yeah, that's a long way. So obviously they're trying to take steps to, think about security and safety for those news people, our fellow journalists.
Fellow.
We're not journalists.
No.
We're not.
Thank goodness.
Just kidding.
No. No.
I can barely read.
No. Yes. That.
Yeah. So
penmanship isn't all I failed.
Chicago, thanks for
raising the
providing
bar.
some entertainment for us this week. Not in a great way, though.
No. Sorry, guys.
But not to be outdone.
Uh-oh.
Never to be outdone. Of course, Australia. Australia's like, you think you want to talk about weird, freaky shit?
Oh, God. Yeah, no one knows about the war between Chicago and Australia, I guess.
Right, yeah.
Tumultuous.
Feuds.
Right.
It's like they dance fight every now and again. Like some of their kids want to get married.
Instead of, what is it? Jets and sharks. What would it be?
Right. That's right.
Socks and koalas. Something.
I love it.
All right.
I'm into it.
I do. I like
Or
that.
socks and spiders.
I like koalas, though. It's
okay.
Yeah.
Our koalas are Australian, right?
And they have.
I mean,
absolutely
kangaroos.
no
it could be the roos.
But koalas
Socks
have
in the
chlamydia.
roos.
Socks and roos.
Socks and roos.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's true.
The actual event happened, I think, earlier this year, but we're just kind of hearing about it now, and it's terrifying. I will warn you that. But
I'm preparing myself.
But luckily, not likely to happen. But still, scary. Okay. So a neurosurgeon was investigating this patient's mysterious symptoms. This woman was having like depression and other mental issues. Just she's like, knew something changed. She's like, I just feel weird at my depression. I've got all these kind of weird mental things going on.
My anxiety is growing. Continue.
Yeah, can you? Yeah, well, hers was as well. So she's like,
hers came out of nowhere. We're safe.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
we've been marinating.
Oh,
we're like barbecue.
I'm exactly yes.
So they're like, well, let's take a look. We're gonna do some surgery. We're gonna look in your head and see what the hell is going on.
Take a look under the hood.
Well, they did a scan and they said, oh, there's something kind of weird, kind of an abnormality here.
That's not great.
We're going to see what this is. It could be maybe a tumor, pressing on, that
happens.
happens.
Not a tumor.
It wasn't a tumor.
Oh, no.
It was an 8-centimeter
spider worm.
Oh, spider worm
that they pulled out of her brain skull.
Like a tapeworm, like a roundworm, I actually don't know. I don't want to know.
So I actually heard the audio because it was on the radio and they were talking to the surgeon. So she's like, she's got the thing cut open and she's like, I was like, oh, here's where the anomaly is supposed to be. So she's like, I was kind of getting in there and she's like, everything's kind of fine. And then she's like, I hit a spot. And I was like, oh, something's weird here. So, with the forceps, she kind of grabs in and she pulls this thing out and she looks and she's like, huh. And then it starts moving, and then she's like, "Oh wow!"
With just one.
Just one.
Okay.
It was moving with vigor is the quote. Yeah, wonderful, I'm sure. And she does say, we all felt a bit sick.
Oh, yeah.
So even
Yes.
her saying, oh, okay. This was the larvae of an Australian native roundworm
So gnarly.
named Ophidiscaris robertsi.
They asked it its name?
Yeah.
And he's
like,
Greek? Oh, no.
My name's Ophidiscaris robertsi. He's Italian. I don't know.
Beautiful olive skin.
He's like, he's in
Tall,
that...
dark, and wiggly.
So handsome.
8 centimeters is like 3 inches, just to give you a little
Whoa,
bit of an idea.
hey,
So,
what are you trying to say?
I know
That's
a thing or two
plenty.
about 3 inches.
perfect.
Wow.
There you go. I was waiting for that.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
It's a layup. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, wasn't even any
No.
prep there. So these worms are commonly found in carpet pythons.
Did the lady eat?
That's terrifying.
Yeah, none of those things are...
You are going in the right direction.
Okay.
So they started
Okay.
trying to figure out what was happening.
She ate a snake?
I thought maybe she
No.
got bit.
Oh.
What they think she did is she does live near where these snakes do happen to live.
Oh.
And there's like grasses and stuff that they would, and they think she had grabbed some of that grass for herself to prep food or whatever, and that one of these larvae were probably
Just in there, and then it
In
got
there.
caught up in her.
and basically she probably ate it or something in it somehow.
Well, maybe not even eat it, because that's
I
the thing
know.
is, like, if like you're
All you have to do is touch your nose, right?
well, say your sinuses are connected up to your head and in your brain, so it's
Right.
like,
That's awful.
so
Yeah.
you could literally just get up your nose and it would go pretty much to your brain.
I also
wherever
didn't
it
know that
wants.
Australians ate grass, apparently.
Well,
Well,
they're just speculating. They don't know.
Oh, okay,
I
that's
don't think the lady would be like, I remember I ate a worm off the ground. And I went,
but I mean,
"Ugh,
think
my head
about-
feels funny.
I mean,
English.
What? She's Australian.
Thank you, sorry.
well, there are Aboriginal peoples though as well, so I don't know if she's Aboriginal like Australian or
Yeah,
if
I don't
she's
know. I don't know.
Here's the
the British
unfortunate
prisoner
fact.
version of Australia.
Yikes.
I don't know which
The
version
unfortunate
she
fact is, too, what if she was like, this grass feels so nice, and then she lays down to fall asleep or she's camping,
Yeah.
Oh,
and then a
boy.
bug crawls in her nose.
Well, I mean, they said she lives near it, so she wouldn't even have to camp. It apparently is near her environment, so
Well, you
it's
know what
not
I mean,
unusual.
whatever.
But
I
yeah,
don't-
she
I don't love
she
it.
was experiencing forgetfulness. She was having depression. So that's what they're talking about. They did scans. They
You guys make my nose itch.
they were noticing.
It's like my brain itch.
It's freaking out.
make my brain itch. But apparently she went to the hospital about a year ago. She had abdominal pain and diarrhea and dry cough and night sweats.
The abdominal
That's
pain.
probably, I know. That's just my lack of reading.
No, you're good.
Or speaking.
It just makes it way funnier.
Abdominal pain.
Yeah.
Nice.
It probably was abdominable, to be fair. She
Yeah.
probably
I
didn't
don't
enjoy
want
it.
No.
That's probably when she got it, but they didn't know. You know what I mean? They just
makes
treated the
sense.
symptoms and were like, "Oh, it sucks.
And, that's,
You're not
and like
feeling
you said,
well."
if it is abdominal pain, yeah, then maybe it was. Maybe she did eat it or whatever, and it just
All it would
got
have
stuck
to,
in her.
Yeah, all it have to be is like a larva, right? And then it gets into the blood. Blood goes to the brain.
I know. Yeah.
There's
so
multiple
gnarly, though.
ways. It's all connected.
It's so gnarly.
That
But
is
yeah.
disgusting.
They were expecting to find cancer and abscess, but they didn't.
Here's what I'll say, though. At least it wasn't one of those. Those
That's-
grow back. At least once you pull a worm out,
It's
hopefully
gone.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the tricky thing. They said they did pull it out. Where 6 months after the worm was removed, they said that the patient has improved, but some of the symptoms are still persisting.
Well, I
like
mean, that's the troublesome thing is, like, we don't know if the worm was either just pushing around or if it was, like, eating stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So
That's-
she has some lingering symptoms from it.
But
so.
is alive, and like you said,
That's true.
The cancer and stuff like that's the
Yeah.
end. Roll credits.
Wow.
So yeah, she lives near carpet python habitat and forages for native vegetation called warrigal.
Oh,
greens.
well, it's got war in the name.
Warrigal, yeah. So they think, she may have eaten eggs from the vegetation, or they might have even gotten on her hands.
That is so
So
brutal.
yeah,
Oh,
make
my
sure-
God. That's so true, too. Could have just stayed on her finger. She picked her nose.
That's all it takes.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all it takes.
So yeah,
Touch your face.
wash your hands, wash your food.
Yeah, she could have touched her eye, and you have mucus ducts or whatever
Bingo.
right there.
Right to the brain.
Right? Yeah, totally. Right in.
It's
It's horrifying.
it is.
I don't. Yeah.
Don't eat random weird grass.
No.
No,
And then
Just
touch
don't
your
go to
eyes and
Australia.
nose.
Maybe don't go to Australia.
Go to New Zealand. It's
Maybe
like the
don't do
better
that.
Australia.
Maybe don't do that. I'm serious.
Go to New
Just don't do
Zealand
that.
instead. New Zealand is the better Australia. Sorry, Australia.
wow.
Ouch! Shots fired.
Cooler stuff was filmed there. The people still have interesting, cool voices. Still beautiful people like Australia.
Wow.
But it's less terrifying.
Wow.
Look, Australia's great. It's just terrifying.
I love you, Australia.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, well, how about you go there and get a warming brain? If you love it so
Is
much.
that like a prerequisite?
If you
pro
love
and a
it so
con.
much, you better get a warming brain.
I suppose
Welcome to
I'll be
Australia.
indifferent.
Here's your worm.
Here's your one.
What?
Oh, God. They stick their finger up your nose.
You're
What just
welcome.
happened right now?
This is a weird place.
Be like, hey,
You
everything
gotta
else,
fit in.
right? Everything else is going to kill you. So like, this
We'll
will
start
help.
with
This
this.
will ward it off.
It will. It helps. It's
Yeah.
just it just
Even it
maims
out.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
good.
maybe
Strengthens
then
the immune system.
Oh,
you start with small bullets, you work your way up to being immune to bigger bullets.
that's right.
Oh no!
Podbags did not resort to any sort of.
Do not shoot
Right.
yourself with an artillery shell.
No, please
do
don't. Right? It's the video of the cannonball guy.
Oh, yeah.
who was shot in the belly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't
Van Halen
Don't that.
2 or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I always see in my head.
musicians.
Right.
Wild.
All right. If I remember, let me double check it. It does get better from here. I kind of preloaded us with some heavy stuff, and then we get a little more fun.
Okay.
So just bear with me.
Naked ladies. It's been.
Oh.
There you go. I apologize
That's okay.
for nothing.
Oh, there you go.
We're going to talk about the world's oldest chicken.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Any idea how old this chicken is?
I have no idea the life cycle of a chicken
Right?
from the get.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to go ahead and say 13.
Okay.
39.
Okay.
Holy shit! Really?
I don't know.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you had like some
So let's
prior
see.
knowledge.
39 and 13 is 52.
Oh.
Oh,
Half
dang.
of 52 is 26. You're still a little over with that, unfortunately, but we're close.
Okay.
So I was just averaging it out.
Sure.
So
Okay.
this chicken is 21 years old.
Dang, can
That's
drink.
still pretty old. Yeah.
Right.
Hammered chicken. That's
Hammered
awesome.
Hammered.
That's
Do
just
you like, you guys
tenderizing
like
it.
black?
I was
You
gonna
guys
say,
like
yeah,
blackened
it just
chicken?
sounds-
No, I like hammered chicken.
It's like a fancy restaurant name for it.
You go, oh, you want to see our bourbon chicken? You say, oh, that sounds delicious.
oh.
And you look and go, oh,
He's just smashed.
just a stumbling chicken? Oh, okay.
Fuck you!
I don't have to bleep that.
Yeah, mother balker. Go
what
balk
the
yourself.
I've had more cock than you have.
All right.
Man, that chicken is angry drunk.
Angry drunk.
My eyes are up here. Oh, no.
You're looking at my breast.
Yeah,
You're
right.
looking at my breast. So I only have the
Wow.
one.
So 21, that's pretty amazing.
That's- Seems like a long
So this chicken, it lives in Michigan, and I
Whoa.
will at least, we can geographically do that. We're in Michigan,
It's true.
Yes,
so it's our home state.
we did it.
We've got an old chicken.
Well, man.
If you want to be famous for anything,
I'm proud of us,
be famous for a
even though
town
we
with
had
lead in the
nothing
water
to do with it.
and an old chicken.
So the chicken's name is Peanut.
That's pretty hilarious.
It's great. So
Yeah, that sounds
right, and the cool thing, I actually heard this story as well. I've been listening to the radio a lot. So the owner, this is very interesting, found her abandoned in a nest as an egg, and she thought the egg was dead. She's like, it's cold to the touch.
Yeah, it's just saying.
The nest is abandoned. The egg is gone. Like
It's
this
like a
is just an
movie.
egg.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
Right? So she picked up the egg and she said, well, I was going to go throw it out in the pond just to not have predators try to f it or anything.
Well, sure, yeah, to not find it.
Yeah, so she's like, I was going to throw it out there, so it just, didn't. So she this is how she describes. She's like, literally, I'm getting ready to throw it, and she's like, I hear something in the egg, like, as I'm getting ready to toss
Shut
it. So
up.
she's like, what is going on? So she's like, I held up the ear, held the egg up to my ear. She's like, I could hear something chirping in there. So she's like, all right. She's like, so she starts cracking the egg open. And of course, this little,
Cheep, cheep.
yeah, those weird naked looking chickens that
Yeah.
they are. There it is, popping out. Yeah, she's
Holy
like,
crap.
holy cow. So she's like, there's this little tiny thing. So she's like, all right. So she's kind of started obviously taking care of it, and did what she could to start, getting it back to health. And it is now the oldest chicken in the world. Guinness World Record.
Well,
What city is this in?
In Michigan. This is Waterloo.
never heard of
Oh.
it.
Yeah, vaguely. Where is that?
Near the water.
Okay. And near the toilet.
It's true.
Waterloo.
That's
Right.
That's right.
We're about to find out. I'm fascinated.
The location is important to you because
We got to figure out where these old chickens are coming from.
that's fair. We got to know.
Waterloo is near. It looks like it is near Ann Arbor.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, since Detroit is what everybody knows, what is
Right
that? Maybe 50 miles west of Detroit.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Well,
That's one old chicken.
Right. So, I mean, the story was kind of cool, though, because obviously you were like, well, how do you prove that this is the oldest chicken? Like, what did you have
Like
to
a
do?
tree. Count the
you
rings.
just cut it in half.
Yeah, and then count the nuggets.
That's
Oh, 21
nice.
piece. Wow.
Nice.
What a deal. No, it's funny because she did describe this, the owner. She described how, like, she took pictures, obviously, of this chicken just in general. I mean, it was just, one of those.
Because of a fun story.
Right.
Yeah.
And so she has all these different pictures. She's like, my kids really loved it, and this chicken does love attention. So I have pictures of, like, when my kids are, like, 2 and 3 years old with this chicken.
Dang.
But, of course, now I have pictures of my kids with this chicken when they're, like, 20
Like
years old.
horrible depression
Yep,
and
like,
crow's feet and
right.
wrinkles. And she's like, oh, my God, this chicken has aged wonderfully.
Right. Well, they'd be chicken feet, right? Not crow's feet. So, yeah, she's like, I just have all these pictures, and obviously the chicken has very identifiable or reasonably identifiable features for a chicken. A unique, tail and certain freckles and spots.
Oh, it has a unique tail, all right.
It does, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's right. It's the oldest living chicken.
That's the name of the movie, Chicken's Tail.
chicken's tail.
That's it's not clever, but I don't care. I don't care.
I saw it written a couple different times. It showed up in the Stranger Things font, and it looked okay. It looked okay.
That's okay. Sure.
Yeah, right? I don't know.
So, interestingly, too, the oldest ever chicken was Muffy.
Oh.
Muffy was 23 when she died.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
It's a little. That's some depressing news for Peanut.
Well, yeah, that means Peanut is.
Can chickens have existential dread?
Potentially.
You said existential.
I know. Right.
cool.
I know. That's what Right.
Very nice.
So we'll see. I mean, obviously, maybe Peanut can surpass Muffy's record.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It does. It's funny. It reminds me. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. There was a headless chicken. Do you guys remember this? Yeah.
It's like a legendary story.
Yeah. I think his name was Mike, wasn't it? I feel like
I don't
it was
know, but
Mike.
that's funny.
It
How
is.
did he tell anyone what his name was? So
Through the hole in his neck.
Well, he had to use a mic.
He just kept tapping it.
He sounded like Stephen
that's
Hawking.
his
Is this thing on? Hello. Bok bok.
He sounded like Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Hello, name is Chicken. Hello, name Mike.
This was him with the seed spell. It's great.
What's up? Name is Mike. New Chicken. Hello.
That's really good.
Thank you. One of my many.
Yeah, that was. I was right. It's Mike the Headless Chicken. He lived for 2 years, and that is without a head. Is how long. And the funny thing is the only reason that Mike died is that he choked to death.
Someone choked the
Like
chicken.
that's sad, but that is.
His owner did. His owner was like feeding him. I think it was popcorn.
His owner choked the chicken.
You can't feed a bird popcorn. That's so stupid.
That
it
seems
expands.
like a bad idea. And how are they going to
a kernel of corn. So close. Very close.
How did this object eat?
It still had a neck.
You put it in
You
a
just
beak.
shove it down the.
Yeah.
That is
Down the hatch.
bizarre.
Yeah.
Yep, he It's so funny. Mike started choking in the middle of the night.
He's like so worried.
He
He's
had
like on
managed-
911.
He had managed to get a kernel of corn in his throat.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, and they had left their feeding and cleaning syringes at the sideshow, so they were unable to save Mike.
Man. At the sideshow.
At the sideshow.
And then it's funny that they claimed they sold the bird. They didn't tell people it died, and there were stories of Mike still touring 2 years later after he died.
Wow.
Yikes.
Mike's gone up to the big farm in the sky.
That's correct.
Hello.
Yeah.
He's talking
Name is the
defenses.
other chicken. What's up? I'm with Muffy.
Anyway.
I just
I'm in
picture him with
heaven
the
now.
seed spell like around his neck, like on a little rope.
Like
Yeah.
Flavor
Great.
Flav and a clock, but it's a chicken with a seed spell.
It's perfect in
Oh,
my mind.
man. All right.
Fantastic.
Let's move on. And you were listening to Podbags.
So this one, I didn't even read this story. I just love the headline. The headline is remote-controlled car breaks speed record, explodes.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just
Cause
great.
and effect.
Not to be outdone. It's like immediately retired.
Yeah, just like, that
Yep.
was it.
Yeah,
I'm going
beat that.
out on top.
Yep.
Wow. His jet-powered remote-controlled car, this British man,
Right from the get.
broke a Guinness World Record for speed on its first attempt and exploded on its third attempt.
Oh.
Well, he was pushing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
First attempt though, that must have felt good to do it, and then immediately first attempt you get it, and you're like, yeah,
let's do it again.
I can go faster, I swear.
the worst movie ever. I can go faster. Push the RC car and go faster. Yeah, it's exactly Top Gear, but with RC cars.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's perfect.
On today's episode, I drive an RC car.
I shrink myself down.
I shrink myself and drive a small RC. I can't remember how what's his face sounds.
It doesn't
Jeremy
matter.
Clarkson.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
Jeremy Clarkson.
I like how each of your impressions says their name. It's so you know.
Yeah, you go.
Oh, I love it.
I feel like if you say it, it gets you in the mindset of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You link with them. You go. Oh. What would you like to manifest? Jeremy Clarkson.
Perfect.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, this guy, he used a JetCat 220 engine to power his RC car. And, let's see, he went to the Radio Operated Scale Speed Association event.
Is there an acronym?
I know there is.
ROSSA.
Fantastic.
Rossa. That's a very, it's very English.
He clocked a speed of 94.76 miles on his first run.
Oh my God.
That's very fast.
That's stupid.
That's very fast.
That
miles,
is impressive.
Miles per hour? Not kilometers.
95 miles per hour.
I'll say I understand why it exploded after the third attempt.
Yeah. You can't have that amount of probably gasoline,
Right.
or fuel of some kind.
Can you imagine a crossover movie between Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Back to the Future? Goes 88 miles per hour. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
that'd be so cool.
Maybe he didn't blow up. Maybe he went back in time.
Whoa, he has to go back in time before he shrunk or something.
Yeah.
Oh, the machine breaks, and he goes, "I have to go back in time," and then
fix it.
And Rick Moranis is back. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
So,
You hear that, Rick? Come on,
Come on,
let's do it.
So the speed was enough to beat the goal of 93.2 miles per hour.
That is
Okay.
also fast.
That's still fast.
But he wanted to try for faster, and this is great. I wish, actually, he would have been successful. His second run clocked a speed of 137 miles an hour, but it was disqualified because the nose of the vehicle fell off during the run.
It fell apart.
The
That
nose
has
came
you
off.
have to
Yeah.
keep.
Apparently, it has to stay in one piece.
Man.
That
Yep.
sucks.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm like, holy cow.
No, I kind of get him. Then he's right.
I do, but
Because
still.
if it's that much faster,
But the thing is, it did go that fast, regardless.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
even if he didn't get the record, you're like, well, he made that thing go.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. He went that fast.
137 miles an hour.
Yes.
His third try, the exploding one,
Yep.
obviously also disqualified.
Apparently, you're not supposed to explode.
Yeah, not supposed to explode, but he reached 141 miles an hour.
that's pretty awesome.
But they said it was winds, actually, that literally grabbed the car, swept it across the runway, and it caused it to explode.
Dang. I thought they were trying to blame the fact that it was going so fast on winds. And I was like, oh, f*** you. There's no way. Like...
But it's funny because his first run, that was the official one, the 94.76 miles.
and it was the lamest one.
I was saying,
Not
obviously.
lame, but like,
I mean,
come on, comparatively,
the nose
that's
bit?
not.
Come on.
Obviously, he'll be able to beat that record. I'm sure he's already planning a comeback on that.
It feels to me like the nose falling off of the car shouldn't disqualify it because it's like not performance enhancing. Like it's like when the skiers smoke weed.
No, I agree.
It's like
Yeah,
it doesn't make you
it's
no
a
faster. So who
active
gives a shit?
handicap, yeah.
If anything, now there's more drag. Like
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, no, it's tough.
that's a feat. You should get a badge or something. I don't know.
RC Earnhardt Jr.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Diet Mountain Dew.
I'm more of an RC Cola.
Ah, Royal
Hey.
Cola.
Royal Crown.
Oh, okay. Do you put Crown Royal in Royal Crown?
You could. I think it'd be too weirdly sugary.
That's fair.
Sorry, RC Cola.
Our bad.
So, speaking of royalty.
Yes.
Whoa, that's so clever.
Yeah. Burger King.
Oh, okay, so you're right. This is royalty.
He stuck the landing.
Yes, Burger King. They're. I don't know how I feel about this. We can discuss this in depth. They are. It's been determined they have to face a lawsuit because they were trying to get it dismissed before they even got into it. But they have to face this lawsuit, and the lawsuit claims that Burger King's Whoppers are too small.
I thought we talked about this.
We did not.
I don't remember talking about this.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad we're talking about it now. I could have sworn we talked about
we
this.
did not. We talked about Burger
The
King.
dude was pretty much like, yeah, they're not Whoppers.
Right.
A Whopper should be a Whopper.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's they're making their Whoppers look bigger than they actually are.
So they shrink the bun?
Did
they shave the pubes to make the penis look bigger? I don't understand what's happening.
That's a good fisheye lens.
I'm just saying.
It's coming right at me.
The
Good Lord.
hamscaping.
That's wow. That's
There you
nice.
go.
That's good.
The depiction of Whoppers on its in-store menu boards mislead reasonable customers, amounting to a breach of contract.
Dang.
I'm really not on board with that. This
don't know
sounds like a
about that.
lot of bullshit to me.
Yeah, that's a
this
stretch.
This is especially when it says reasonable customers. I'm sorry, that's not reasonable. You don't go in and go, well, that don't look anything like the picture.
No one
You're
thinks
not
that
reasonable.
actually looks
Yeah, come
like
on.
the
It's not a
images.
car. Yeah, where it's like, no. It's not a
Yes.
house where it's like, no,
You're
it's
like,
not.
wait a minute.
Here's what I'll say. I
It's
feel
more like a Tinder dating profile picture.
you're supposed to zhuzh it up a little bit. Yeah, not a filter, but you should zhuzh it up a little bit. Be like,
Right.
oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
play it up.
Yeah.
I feel like
Ideal playing conditions. That's what it is.
yeah, ideal cooking conditions.
Right.
I feel like the only thing that the picture should just convey vaguely what the sandwich looks like and what's on it.
Yep.
Right.
As long as there's all the items that are in the picture on the Whopper, you're
Close
good.
enough.
If there's onions, if there's tomato, if there's lettuce, if there's 2 burgers or whatever it is,
then
cool,
that's
you did
what
it.
has to show up to the party.
That's it.
I mean, could you imagine though if Burger King's menu was like literally like pictures of the things they had made that day instead?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Where they're
actually,
like, here's the Whopper we make, and you're like,
There's a McDonald's in town. Well, where I
Really?
live, yeah, in town, and you'll go. The first 3 pictures are like regular pictures, like outside the building. They look nice, and the third one is just a sad picture of like an Android phone taking a picture of like a McChicken.
really?
And it's hilarious, and it looks terrible.
That's so great,
No,
though.
it's only on like Google like review or whatever, but it's
Yeah.
so funny.
You know exactly what you're getting.
It's
Yeah.
it's kind of charming.
Yeah.
Where you're like, yeah,
Truth.
all right.
Fast
Like you
food,
said, it's like the
They
Tinder.
look exactly
It's-
like their Tinder
yeah.
profile picture.
But here's the thing: you gotta lie to yourself. Like fast food is like it's supposed to be like food prostitution. You know what I mean? Where you just
Would
go
we
like,
call it filet fishing?
Nice.
oh, that's nice. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, you go to like Vegas, they're like the call girls, are
Right.
Like, you want to talk to Cindy, and you go, sure. And they go, hey, what's up? I'm Cindy.
Oh my
you're like,
god.
Oh, all right. Like that's it's part of the fun is that you can pretend, and then when you see the real thing, you keep pretending like it's that. You don't get a McChicken and go like, this doesn't look like the picture. You eat your McChicken and you go like, I'm gonna pretend like it looks like that picture.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You run the highlight reel and you just suck it up.
Apparently you do, but these people don't. That's why they're suing
Oh, yeah, they drew the line in
Burger
the
King.
sand.
They say
These peasants.
customers in the proposed class action, so there's more than one.
Oh yeah.
They say that they're portraying burgers with ingredients that overflow over the bun, making it appear the burgers are 35% larger and contain more than double the meat than the chain serves.
Wouldn't that be the
Double-
opposite? If
also-
the vegetation was overflowing out of the bun, the burger itself would be smaller. Isn't that accurate?
Well, to be fair, they also did just say that it
Double the
looked
meat.
like double the meat, but that just means the picture's twice as big. Right? You know what I'm saying? If it's like
That's how
there's
resolution works.
That's what I'm saying is like they're like, well, it looks like there's extra vegetables and the burgers look bigger. So the picture's just bigger.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, like just right
I
to
don't
the
know.
bun, I guess, where it's like,
Yeah,
okay.
I as a previous Burger King employee, it was my first job.
Okay.
I can say the Whopper did used to be
a burger jester.
big. It
Well,
was
yeah, but that's all fast food.
monstrous.
How are you going to talk about Burger King on that? Where it's like that's how all these worked.
It shouldn't though. If
No,
you
I
if you let him
agree.
get away with it,
I agree, but this
you
one
give
I'm like,
Burger
it's
King an inch.
whoa, he's like, yeah, exactly. He'll take his 8th wife. Oh boy, I'm just like, look, the picture thing's a little ridiculous to go off of. I agree with you where I'm like, they're definitely giving us less food for more money, 100%.
Oh yeah.
But to be like, the picture's misleading, like, yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's got us there.
Are they just gonna go back to? Like,
I don't
you
even
remember-
think it's food. I think it's like the
It's-
pictures are like wax and shit,
Yes,
right? Like, it's
they're
just
like
It
sculpted.
clay.
depends. Some are the actual food.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, because I've actually watched videos.
Well, and some of
on
them
it
are
'cause
like
it's fascinating.
hybrid. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Where they'll use what is it? Is it shaving cream for Cool
Yes.
Whip? Because
I've
it won't melt under the lights.
Yeah, yeah, for like pancakes and stuff. They use
Right.
motor
Yeah.
oil for the
Yeah.
syrup.
Oh, that's so gnarly.
Yeah, because it doesn't really.
You can't tell.
The viscosity is way different, so then it's like it looks more impressive and it doesn't move. Because like
Right.
syrup on a pancake just goes right into it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
So it'd make a terrible commercial.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, no, totally stuff like that. Just that's advertising. Unfortunately,
Exactly.
Madman.
advertising has always been hacky. That's the point. It's supposed to trick you.
Yeah, that's. I don't fully.
But I don't accept it. I'm with them. I stand with you, Burger King customers.
I'm gonna be in the middle and say I'm gonna be in the middle of both of you guys. Say it's definitely a little preposterous. Where I'm like, come on. But I agree with you, Danger. Where I'm like, yeah, but it is kind of bullshit.
It is.
I think it is right, but I don't think they should win the lawsuit. I literally am on the side of I don't think it's far enough.
No?
Yes,
Like,
I think it's a
there's
different issue.
truth
Yes.
Yeah.
in their what they're positing, what they're presenting, but
Yes.
it's not enough to get damages.
No, I agree.
You know, like,
This is
like we owe you money because we tricked you.
I think it's a different issue than what they are claiming the issue is. They're saying
give you that.
your advertising is misleading for the product when they should be having a lawsuit on you aren't providing the food.
Right.
You aren't providing the food that you said that you would. And that's
Right.
different. Where it's
Yes.
like the advertising being misleading. That's just advertisement. But if you hand me something that is incorrect to what you claim, because the advertisement picture shouldn't count as what they're claiming to give you. That's just not that's not how it works.
I feel like that
It's
sentence
not-
is inherently wrong.
But food can never work that way ever.
yeah.
That's not how food works. Food is prepared so it never works like that. A car is made in an assembly line so it can look the same. So if you see a picture of a car, you go, well, I'd like that car. And if you showed up and it looked completely different, you'd be like, huh? Or it looked way worse, you'd be like, what?
I feel the same way about food.
I don't know though.
Food doesn't work like that.
I have
Well,
had
that's
times
dumb.
though that my food does look like pictures though.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I've gotten
happen.
lucky a
You know,
couple times.
yeah. I was gonna say it's a small percentage.
It can, but
Right.
especially in something like fast food, where it's like the point's to be fast. Why are these people not surprised? It doesn't look amazing.
I mean, I
It's like,
guess-
it doesn't look surprised. Yeah, they have 5 seconds to build a f***ing Whopper.
Yes, I understand. I do. I honestly do. But at the same way, I don't want my food to look like Ray Charles shot it out of a f***ing shotgun.
Which I
at the
agree with.
Rapper, dude. I don't want that. I don't know.
I agree, but it's like to an extent.
It's so funny.
I'm just saying.
I agree to an extent, but it's also like people think fast food will never look like that picture, and I think people are like, it doesn't look like the picture.
Then don't use the picture.
That's advertising, bro.
I don't like it.
Well, I agree, but that's the thing is that advertisement as a whole is inherently problematic.
Then we'll put the system on trial.
But that's what I'm saying is like
I want to talk to the president of marketing.
yeah, but
What
that's
marketing?
Marketing
All of
for
it.
marketing for like Burger King.
No,
That's
a
what
little
I,
bit.
that's what I
my.
mean. Though, is like why attack Burger King specifically. Here's what I'll say is that I will give you that McDonald's does seem to be a little more accurate with what they represent. But that's the thing is that theirs feels weirdly more fake. Like their cheeseburger on like the value menu or whatever, when you see the picture, it looks exactly like their cheeseburger pretty much. But it's
Then how are they
because
more
it's more fake. Because you have to make it more fake to make it perfectly accurate to the picture. You know what I mean? They have a picture that's judged up. It's not like a real picture where it's like here's they don't have like a little screen where like here's Jim's hamburger from 8:30 today. You know what I mean?
I
It's
wish
not
they
like,
did though.
Great. Yeah.
I really wish
that
they
would
did.
be kind of like I would feel really bad for the
Hall of Fame.
employees, but that
Yeah.
would be a really cool thing to like force people to like work harder on the look or in like presentation if they're like here's a picture from this order.
And the seconds that it took him to make it.
Well, no, that's
Well,
no. Here's the thing. No,
awesome.
For fast food, I'm cool with them taking longer if it works better.
Well, so am I. But if you want to, force the assembly line to go
Yeah,
faster,
but I don't need to make a game out of it.
No.
Be like, well, Jim made a filet-o-fish in 30 seconds. And it looked amazing. It looked like the commercial. If you don't make one right now, you're fired. But like, yeah, but like, come on.
Right.
He's the weird fish guy.
He's the
he
fish
comes
guy.
on his McDonald's hat has hooks in it like he's John Popper. He's a real fisherman.
He's got the belt with different condiments in it instead.
The bandolier.
Yeah, bandolier of condiments. He just whips out the tartar sauce. And
I need a tartar sauce and D flat real quick.
I mean, yeah, but that's real.
Different.
They use dispenser guns.
do you want cross tartar sauce, or you want me to play straight? That joke will fly over a lot of people's heads. But
swung?
yeah, you want
Swung tartar sauce?
cross harp tartar sauce.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's my my actor name. No.
I was just like Xbox
Cross-arm tartar
gamer
sauce.
tag. That's my.
Oh, that's really good.
That is pretty good.
But it's true, McDonald's, they use like sauce guns, so he could have all
Yes.
the bandoliers of them.
It's
Yeah, they look
true.
like caulk guns.
Yeah, I
Actually, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like the Wi-Fi password.
I worked at McDonald's for a while.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
We're enemies now.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Well, he's getting
You're my
sued, so.
nemesis.
I also worked at Subway.
Oh yeah,
Say
I
that
worked at Little
artist?
Caesars.
I'm just jealous.
Did you get like free sandwiches or anything being a sandwich artist?
I'll tell you this: on the big holidays, like when you go home for like Thanksgiving or whatever, all that shit goes to waste. So that I took home bags and bags of stuff.
That's kind of
It
cool.
was rad.
You're like getting
I'm
your
not sure if I was
minivan.
supposed
There's
to.
just like 30-gallon
Yeah.
garbage bags
Yeah.
filled with suds.
Your Santa- your
I'm not
Santa
sure if
bag?
anyone said it was fine, but I definitely
Santa.
was Santa Subway.
So you open like a trash bag just full of like a bunch of sandwiches just in there.
Yeah, when they're
not
not put
wrapped.
together, it's just a slop.
It just
Some
looks
assembly required.
It looks like a big old salad. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
Soggy bread salad.
Sandwich salad.
grab some sandwich. I don't really grab some sandwich. Richard sticks his hand. Yeah.
Oh, it's all oogie. Feels like brains.
God.
Sandwich artistry.
Subway Santa might be a returner.
Who would pull the Santa Subway Claus's like sleigh?
Ooh, Jared Fogle. Aw.
I don't know.
Just him and like Clive Barker, like hellish, like Cenobite gear.
Jesus.
Please let me free. Just hooks in his back and he's running. This is your punishment, you sandwich bitch.
This is great.
I get a work release just to do this. Oh, sorry, everybody. Well, poor Burger King.
Yeah.
Well, not because they make quite a bit of money, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all right.
So yeah, we'll
we'll see. Here's the thing. I hate advertising too. I agree. I hope it does make them switch to something more legit. Burger King should just accept that they're the meme restaurant. They're trying to make it look like we're delicious or this. No, they're cheap. They should stay as the cheap restaurant, like the Dollar General, like Dollar Tree of like fast food.
They're like where people go when the McDonald's line is too long.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
pull in and you're like, oh, there's like 10 people
Or if
in
you're
McDonald's.
like, oh, I have $6. I want
guess I'll go to
10
Burger
chicken.
King.
You're like, I have 10, or I have like $5. I want chicken nuggets and a burger and fries and this and that and this. You want 7 things? Burger King is great.
I mean,
it.
I'm going to jump on this real quick, though. It seems like almost every Burger King around me is always on the corner of like streets.
Yeah.
And that is like the most inconvenient place
To try
go.
and get in and out.
Yeah.
So I literally, there are times I want Burger King, but I don't
not
go
going there.
because I'm like, how am I going to pull in? And then I
Yeah.
got to wait for this weird traffic light, and I got to make a left across 8 lanes of
it's
traffic.
ridiculous.
So
Or
I'm
make
like,
a right and then another one and then
I'm like, sorry, Burger King, you just lost out. Even though, yeah, your food's cheap.
But I mean, that's the tough thing is that they stay the budget restaurant overall, including the real
It's
estate.
because,
That's
yeah, as I
right.
say, they choose the shittiest places to put their buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Burger King. Somebody should sue them for that.
Oh, there you go.
They should be
You're
sued
welcome.
for being stupid.
Yes.
If people could be sued for being stupid, our country would be in shambles.
Yeah.
Maybe.
that'd
It depends on
be-
how stupid, though.
We'd have a lot of money switching hands.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Here, go take this. And here, take this.
I'm fine with this plan.
They'd lose count, though, at some point. How much do I owe you? I don't know.
Were you stupid today or last week? Oh, man.
I have no idea.
I think I have a 530. I don't know.
I don't know. That's all I've got for today, which is plenty.
It is.
We did
I
it.
feel
It's quite a
satiated.
bit. Yeah.
I do. I
Food.
feel-
Nice.
Food. We had a little bit of crime. We had some chicken. We had some Whoppers. It
Yeah.
was just all well rounded.
We
We
had
shot
some
guns. We
belly rolls.
Yeah. We shot guns. We robbed camera crews.
We did. We did.
The whole gamut.
We exploded an RC car.
I mean, there's really no room for anything else.
I know.
No, we did it.
If you are not pleased with that, I don't know how to please you.
I don't know what
If you're
want.
not pleased with that, so I can bookend the podcast, you. One at the front, one at the back. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, coming and going. We got you. So, thanks for listening.
That's my lovemaking style.
Coming and going.
Yeah, great. Take a moment to like and subscribe and follow us everywhere that you can. We're on all of the major podcast apps.
Give us 5 stars
Give
or
us
nothing.
as many stars as you can. We would appreciate that. That can help.
Yeah, shove 6 in there. See what happens.
Yeah, why not? There's always room for one more.
That's true. If you put 5 stars and they say, "Oh, leave feedback," say, "I only wish I could put 6 stars."
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, comments, feedback are welcome. You can get a hold of us. We have social media. You can get a hold of us, Facebook.com/Podbags, Tumblr.com/Podbags, or Instagram at Podbags Podcast. And you can email us at podbagspodcast@gmail.com.
Hit us up. Talk to us.
Talk to us. I'll put our link tree thing in the description
Yeah,
too, so we can have all the stuff.
There you go. Anything else?
No.
I'm going to plug the Chucky Miles, the Adventures of Chucky Miles. It's on Instagram and Facebook.
Chucky, how's that spelled?
CHUCKIE.
That's the way.
And he's about to go on a big adventure.
He is.
It's going to be serious.
He has a lot of adventures, and we're gonna really build a big story here for him. I have many things in mind for this.
I can't wait.
Way more than I probably should. I actually kind of got yelled at for putting too much thought into it. And I'm like, I don't.
There's no such thing.
I know. That's what I was like. Come on, like I have to have these other characters, and I
He
have
has an
to start.
itinerary.
I do. I have like a whole storyline.
Yeah.
Like
I can't wait.
this
You
is
have to
gonna
make
be
you have to make like how SpongeBob or Doom or whatever. You have to make like the Chucky Bible.
Yes.
Yeah, like a wiki, like for Chucky.
Yeah, where you're
Chucky
like,
wiki.
this is what it needs to be.
Chucky wiki?
Chucky wiki.
That's pretty good.
Chucky wiki.
Wild West.
Yeah, so I have, he's got a whole thing. It's
gonna be exciting.
I have arcs of, people for him to meet, and I have this whole thing happening.
Dang.
Well, and
It's great.
And this will also be our, not warning, that's too ominous. This will also be our heads up.
warning.
This will be interesting, because the next 2 weeks, you'll be abroad.
I will.
So we will be Podbags semi-abroad.
Abroad.
I guess not
Look at
semi.
you.
I guess not semi-abroad. This is maybe a little too real for the podcast.
Uh-oh.
Am I still coming over, or are we going to do it all from our respective homes?
Yeah, see, I don't know. I feel like if...
Well, obviously, he won't be here.
Yeah,
Chucky is
so-
going cross country. Let's just put it that way. We can leave it
It's
that
true.
general. He's
Well,
cross
correct.
country Chucky.
That's fair.
Yes.
In the event that it falls off the rails, do you want to be here? That's what you got to ask
We'll
yourself.
see. Yeah, I'll think about it.
Everybody's hearing our weird background discussion, and I don't like it.
Okay, let's
So
just...
get
They
out
wanna
of
hear
here.
this.
No,
What-
get out of here.
How are they still here?
Get out of here.
Bye.
Go
See
away.
you.
That's
was
another
sweet.
episode bag and tag. Wow. Have you zipped?
I don't think he's ever done that.
That's his first zip.
That was great.
Bye.
Wow.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Stop listening.
Bye.